So we are doing chapter 2 of business, which is the business structure. In 1.1, in 2.1, you had the different types of economic, what did you have the different types of sectors?
Yeah,
What was the different type of sectors? Can you please tell me?
we have public sector, private sector,
Primary sector, secondary
yeah,
sector,
primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary
tertiary
sector,
sector, then
the new one.
primary.
Uh, yeah.
After that,
After that, public sector and private sector.
yeah, public sector. What is the difference between the public sector and a private sector?
Public sector businesses rely more on services rather than profit, and private sector relies more on profit and services.
You mean the relies.
No,
Public
rely like
sector is
main goal, sorry,
focused is
focused on.
service to the people. It is
Hmm.
owned, managed, and controlled by the government.
Okay, yeah.
When I talk about the private sector, it is owned, managed, and controlled by private individuals. Are you with me?
Yes, miss.
So now
Yeah.
when we are talking about the private sector business, our private sector business is made up of four parts. Which four parts? First is the sole trader, partnership, limited company, and the cooperatives. I'm repeating: sole trader, partnership, limited company, cooperatives. I'm sure you all have done income statement of sole trader, partnership, limited companies. Limited companies, there are two types of limited companies that we expect you to study over here. One is the private limited company and one is the public limited company. Are you with me?
Yes, miss.
Okay. Now tell me, what do you know about a sole trader?
A sole owner of a business, like just
Okay.
one person owning a business.
He is the single owner owning the business. What else?
They don't hire any employees and run the business by themselves.
You cannot say they don't hire any employees. We can use an alternative way. They have very few employees and they try to do most of the work themselves.
Hmm.
What else you can say?
They have unlimited liability, so all of the
What do
risk
you
of the
mean by
business,
unlimited liability?
the risk of the business, their own personal assets are at risk.
Hmm. Okay. So if the company is unable to pay the debts, this owner himself, he has to pay the debt.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
Um, they have small businesses.
We could say that whatever, how much ever he works, he will get the equal reward.
Yeah.
If he works more, the reward is more. If he works less, the reward is less.
Yeah.
There is a direct relationship between the risk and the reward. You're working more, you're getting more. You're working less, you're getting less.
Mm.
So, what are the advantages of having a sole trading concern? According to
Um,
you, just don't read this. What is the advantage, according to you, of running a sole trading business?
the owner has complete freedom. They can choose their timings of work.
Okay. Farhan, even you can answer.
Yes, miss.
What else would be an advantage of a sole trader? It's
Um,
easy to set up.
it's easier to set up.
Yes.
Yeah.
What else could be the advantage of a sole trader?
The owner can base their business off of their hobbies or interests.
Okay. What else could be the advantage of a sole trader?
Um, they
Mm.
can make their own decisions.
Okay. So decisions can be made quickly. They do not consult anybody before they are making their own decisions. To start a sole trading business, you do not need to have a lot of capital. You are your
Yes.
own boss. Whatever profits you are making, you can keep. You can keep your business secrets. So this is all the advantages of having a sole trading concern. When I'm talking about disadvantage of having a sole trading concern, is that it is not necessary that you have all the money to put up the business. What I'm trying to say is that sometimes you need more money,
Yeah.
and sole trader is a single person.
Yeah.
If this sole trader is a single person, it is not necessary that he has all the money, all the capital to put the business. If he
That's
wants
not
to
necessary.
expand the business or he wants to do something more, he might need more capital. So there is limited amount of capital, so he cannot do trials and errors.
Okay.
Okay, so there is a limit on the amount of capital that is invested in the business. What what is the other disadvantage of a sole trading concern?
Another
Um,
disadvantage, it has unlimited liability.
What is the meaning of unlimited liability?
Unlimited liability means that it has a risk of the business going bankrupt and lots of money being owed.
Being a sole trader does not mean that you have a risk of bankruptcy. The risk
Okay.
is that if you turn bankrupt, people will come and have your personal property.
Okay.
Okay, so there are two
Yeah.
different things. The choice of words that you're using, be very careful with that.
Mm.
So the sole trader has unlimited liability. If your business goes bankrupt, the trader will have to sell whatever he owns. Okay. What else could be the disadvantage of a sole trader? They work for long hours. If they take holiday, it will affect the income. Their skills might be limited. Sometimes when you're working alone, you feel bored. Okay.
Mm.
So these are the disadvantages of a sole trader. Let's go on a partnership firm. It is a partnership firm or a partnership business.
when two people carry a business together
Hmm.
and run a business together and manage it.
Okay. So they invest capital and they share the responsibilities. Okay.
Yeah.
These are features of partnership. So when I'm talking about features of partnership, it is jointly controlled by partners. Owned, managed, and it is controlled jointly by partners. Are you with me?
Yes.
Maximum number of partners allowed is 20.
Mm.
However, when there is a profession like accountancy, taxation, law, they might have more members. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Partnership suits the professions of doctors, lawyers, accountants, and architects. Maybe an eye surgeon and a dentist, they come into partnership and they can form a clinic. Okay.
Mm.
So partnership is suitable for such professions. Okay. Partnership can be for any business. It is not necessary that it is for such profession. It can be for any business where two people come together, invest together, and agree to carry on the business. What is a sleeping partner? Do you know what is a sleeping partner?
A sleeping partner is someone who doesn't do any work,
Hmm.
and that's like the only thing I know about sleeping
Just
partner.
So who invests into the business but has no active role?
Yeah.
Okay. What is a partnership deal? So see, when one person A and I have a person B, I have a person A and I have a person B who come together and form a partnership AB.
Mm.
Okay, so these people A and B need to have a legal contract amongst themselves. that they agree. What they agree? They agree to enter into the partnership. For what? To share profits and losses. So all the things, all the terms and conditions that is agreed by the partners have to be mentioned in a document, and that document is called what? Partnership deed. The partnership deed will state amount of capital. It will state the profit sharing ratio. It will state that if we want to bring in any new partner into the business, what will be the rules? It would tell which partner is allowed to vote and which not. What is the reward for someone who is investing more capital? And if there is disputes amongst the partners, how will we resolve it? Okay. What is advantage of partnership? Can you tell me?
Partners take a share of responsibility, which is less stressful compared to a sole
Can you
trader.
explain me?
So, unlike a sole trader, which by the true definition of a sole trader is that it's a person who just works alone.
Hmm.
While while in partnership, you can split risks and liabilities amongst the partners, and yeah, that's one of the advantages. And the load and the workload will be reduced.
Hmm?
The workload would be reduced because it's going to be split among the partners.
So there is shared responsibility, shared losses. Okay. The main advantage of partnership is that when people meet together, the ideas and resources are shared. Yeah. The ideas are shared. Resources means money is shared. Goodwill is shared. Okay. So that means if at some time or at some point of time the partnership comes into a problem.
Yeah,
So if there's the same problem which is faced by a sole trader and same problem faced by a partnership firm, so the partnership firm will have a better capacity to solve the problem when compared to a sole trader. Also, when
yeah.
people meet together, their expertise also comes together.
Okay.
Disadvantage of partnership, can you please explain?
Partnerships have unlimited liability.
What does this
So,
mean?
so if there's a risk that the business will fail, the partners have to take that risk with their own personal assets.
Farhan, can you explain me this?
Partners are also jointly legal. Okay, so basically, partnership relies on other people rather than to have their sense of independence against each other. So, for example, if one partner makes a mistake, the whole partnership firm would be affected by that same mistake. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Then this.
Okay, so since partnership are built with two or more, maximum 20 people, this decision-making process would take much longer than usual,
Agreements.
and there would be also disagreements amongst the partners.
Fatima, explain me the next point.
The profits will have to be shared out between partners. So, if you're a sole trader, sorry?
It's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm giving you like 5-10 minutes. I want you to jot down in your rough book difference between sole trader and partnership based on what you remember. Okay. So now we are talking about the different forms of organization with sole trader. We've already discussed what's a sole trader. Second was partnership. We've already discussed what's a partnership. Now we'll talk about private limited company and public limited company. Come on, tell me, what do you understand by a limited company?
A limited company is a company with limited liability.
A limited company is a company which has limited liability. Okay, what else?
You
It
can,
has a
yeah,
separate legal identity ownership.
So we are talking about the features of limited company. So when we're talking about features of limited company, the first feature of limited company is that it has limited liability.
Hmm.
So when I say it has limited liability, what does it actually mean?
It means that there is no owing money.
This is what you read.
personal assets aren't at risk.
Personal assets aren't at risks. So what is the amount that the owners may lose in?
They'll only lose the money that they invested in the company.
So the owners will only lose money invested in the company. And what is the money that they have invested in the company?
Shares.
Okay, so they have invested through shares. So whatever is the share capital, that means if I have bought one share, I will lose only the money that is limited up to the amount invested in the company. So what I lose is only the amount that I have invested in the company. What I lose will never be more than that. So this is
Hmm.
it called limited liability. Okay. Second feature of a limited company is that the company is incorporated. What do you mean by this?
It has its own legal identity.
When I say it is incorporated, it has a separate legal identity. Can you tell me what do you mean by separate legal identity? Or it is a separate legal entity?
Um, not sure, miss.
Hmm?
Not sure.
Okay. So when I say that the company has a separate legal entity, it is a separate legal entity, that means that the company and the owners are different from each other. Company separate, owners separate. Company and the owners are separate from each other. Anything that is done in the name of the company is not to be caught by the owners. And anything that the owner does, the company has nothing to do. So company is separate, owner is separate. Things done by the company is not to be done by the owners. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. What about yeah? Now company has a memorandum of association. What is a memorandum of association and what is an article of association?
Not sure, miss.
Okay, Farhan,
Yeah.
what is a memorandum of association and what is article of association?
Not really sure, miss. Never
Okay,
heard of this.
okay, fine. See, what happens is that when a limited company is formulated, when a limited company is formed, okay, we are talking about private limited company or public limited company, there is a process that they have to follow.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So whenever you're forming a limited company, the first thing that you need to do is you need to approach people and you need to ask people that, listen, I am starting a limited company. I would want you to buy shares in my company. Is it possible?
Yeah.
I want you to buy shares in my company. So for this purpose, the people will ask us, what is your company? What do they do? What is your company? What do they do? What is your business plan? What is your expectation? What are the things that is going to be there? Okay, because the shareholders or the people who invest money in the company would want some amount of security. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So these people will ask about the company. For this purpose, the company has to make a document, and the name of the document is called the prospectus. What is a prospectus? A prospectus is a document that tells us what the company is, what does the company do, what is its business plan, where do they expect to go, who are the people who are managing all the funds, who are the people who are managing the things. This all is written in the prospectus. The prospectus will also have information about the memorandum of association and the article of association. So when I'm talking about the memorandum of association, the memorandum of association is a document, okay, which tells how the company will be functioning. Okay. So what is a memorandum of association? The memorandum of association is a document that tells us about the company, how many shares are they issuing, who is going to do what is the responsibility of each and every person in the company. Okay, so memorandum of association is a document that tells us what the company is and what will it do. Are
Mm.
you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Articles of association is a document will tell us how we will do. Okay. Let's take for example, I am your teacher. Okay. So when I'm talking about memorandum of association, I will tell you that I am an A-level teacher, and what will I do? I will teach you. I will teach you business, and I will prepare you for your exams. This all will be written in memorandum of association. But articles of association will tell how will I teach you. I will give you notes. I will give you tests. I will make you see. I will make you read. I will make you do everything. So, memorandum of association and articles of association, these are two documents that is compulsorily needed when you're forming a or you're setting up a company. Are you with me? Are
Yeah.
you with me? So,
Yeah.
basically, the thing is that when you are setting up your company, or I would say legal formalities in setting up a company, can you tell me what are the legal formalities in setting up of company?
The legal formality, the name of the company, does that count?
First thing is that there should be a prospectus. Okay?
Okay.
Prospectus, the idea and everything has already come into your thing, your name and everything is come. The first thing is the prospectus that is going to invite the people. No, no, no.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go from the start. First thing, you need to have the idea. Okay, there will be a person who has the idea that I want to start a company, and this person is called the promoter. What is this person called? Promoter. This person who is called the promoter, he has an idea that he wants to set up the company. Are you with me?
Yeah.
After he gets the idea, he is the entrepreneur in your language. He will arrange for land, he will arrange for labor, he will invest his money, he will put in the factors of production, and he will start the necessary process of formation of company. So when he needs to form the company, he needs to register the company. Where is the company registered? the company is registered with the ROC, which is called the Registrar of Companies. Are you with me? So when you want to register your company, the promoter or the entrepreneur will go to the company with the name, with the memorandum of association, with the articles of association. Memorandum of association will tell us what the company is and what will it do. And articles of association outlines the rules and regulations which tells us that how a company will do a particular thing.
Okay.
Once the ROC will check the name, he will check whether this name is available or not. He will check the MOA, he will check the AOA, he will give a confirmation. He will give a confirmation that yes, your company is registered. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Once your company is registered, your company gets a separate legal identity. When I say it gets a separate legal identity, means what?
Separate legal identity means the company and the person is two different things.
Separate legal identity means the company is separate and the owners is separate.
Yeah.
Once it gets a separate legal identity, your company becomes an incorporated association. What does it become?
Corporate.
Incorporated association means now the company is incorporated. When I say it is incorporated, I say it is formed by the law. Okay, it becomes an incorporated association, and I would say this is formed by law. Are you with me?
Okay. Yeah.
So, the company, limited company, what is the thing in it? It is incorporated, it has limited liability, it has a memorandum of association, it has an articles of association, and the company is run by directors, and the directors are paid to run the company. This is the
Yeah.
features of limited company. Let's talk about the advantages of limited company.
Okay.
Come on, tell me the advantages of limited company.
First
The
advantage.
liability.
What do you mean by limited liability?
The owners aren't at risk for losing their personal assets.
Okay.
And the business is incorporated, so the business has a separate legal identity from the owner.
Okay, fine. I will give you time. I want you to go through it and read it yourself, okay? Tell, first advantage.
So the first advantage is that since the limited company has a separate legal identity, which means that if a company goes bankrupt, the owner's personal possessions will be safe.
So what is the term that you will use to explain this?
It has a separate legal identity.
No, but there will be a term that you will use to explain this, right?
It's been incorporated.
Limited liability.
Okay, a limited liability.
Okay. So limited
Yeah.
liability would be your point. Which point? It would be your knowledge point. Limited liability will be your knowledge point and everything else follows from there.
Okay.
Okay. What
Yeah.
else? Next advantage. Please give me the next advantage.
A company can continue trading after the death of the owners because it has been incorporated, so it has a separate legal identity
No,
to the owners.
This terminology will be continued legal existence.
Okay.
Continued legal existence. When I say limited company has continued legal existence, means what?
It means even after the owner has stopped relating to the company itself
If
can
anybody
still
dies, let them die. If anybody is born, let them born. The company is not affected by anybody coming in or going out. The company will continue its operations in the future. It is going to continue the operation, continued legal existence. Okay.
Hmm.
But when you have a partnership firm, I say I have a partner A, a partner B, and a partner C. So, but when you have a partnership firm and one partner dies,
Hmm.
in that case, what happens?
Then the trading has to stop.
Then the old partnership has to dissolve and a new partnership has to come in. That means
Hmm.
in partnership, if somebody comes or somebody dies, the business is in trouble. But
Hmm.
in a limited company, it has a continued legal existence. That means the company is not affected by the existence of its owners. Either he comes in or goes out. That's not an issue. Are you with me?
Yes, miss.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. The next advantage of this Q2, this is not relevant. Come on, let's go to
Uh,
the disadvantages of limited company. What, according to you, is the disadvantage of limited company? I will do this from here. First is shareholders have limited liability.
that's an
Company has a
advantage.
separate legal personality. There is continuity even if there is death of any shareholder. Continuity will remain there. Okay. The original owner, who is the original owner? The promoter.
Hmm.
Okay. Is often able to have the control of the business. In limited company, the company is able to raise the money from selling shares to family, friends, or to anyone. It can sell shares. It can sell the shares in the public. Are you with me? Correct. In partnership, you cannot sell shares. So you don't have any way to raise money. But in limited company, you can do so. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's talk about the disadvantages of a private limited company. What is a disadvantage of a private limited company?
It's difficult to set up because there's lots of legal formalities.
Okay, there are very much too many legal formalities, so it's difficult to set up. Can you tell me what are the legal formalities involved?
You have to register with the government because
And,
it's a limited company.
and what else?
And you have to have those, I forgot what they're called, articles of,
Memorandum of association and articles of association.
yeah.
Okay. What else?
And you have to consult to like business consultants, which could be costly.
Okay, fine. Now listen to me. There is a difference between a private limited company and public limited company.
Hmm.
When I talk about a private limited company is that company that can raise money from friends and family.
Hmm.
But when I talk about a public limited company is that company that can sell shares to people. can sell shares to public. Okay. So how do you know that it is a private limited company or a public limited company? It will have the word limited next to it. If there is a word limited next to the company, that means you are a public limited company. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So a private limited company cannot sell shares to general public, but a public limited company can sell shares to general public. With me?
Yeah.
Okay. The accounts, the financial statements, okay? Disadvantage of a public limited company is that the financial statements must be sent to the government for inspection. Okay, each year where it can be inspected. It has to be checked. It has to be sent to the government every year where these financial statements will be inspected. Also,
Okay.
the disadvantage of a private limited company is that a sole trader can maintain complete secrecy about the profits that he is making or whatever he is doing.
Yeah.
In a public limited companies, it's not possible.
Mm.
Okay, larger companies have to have their accounts audited, so the secrecy of the company is lost. Okay,
Mm.
just look at the advantages and disadvantages of private limited company.
Okay. Yeah, Miss, done. The disadvantages.
Done?
Yeah.
Yes, miss.
Okay, fine. Your recording is not